Well, welcome everybody. This is going to be a little bit different. This is an additional discussion we are doing because the Nova film news dropped literally about 30 minutes after we finished recording the podcast, which drops on Saturday. Now, seeing how the processing for this video is going to go, it might be members first only, and then we drop it on like Sunday or late Saturday. I don't know yet how it's properly going to hit YouTube though. But as always, as part of this discussion, I am Armin, and I am joined by Mitch.
What's up? You can follow me on Twitter at 692tweets. I almost said it wrong there.
No.
And keep an eye out for Daredevil retrospect. Me and Sean had Jeffrey Cantor, who plays Mitchell Ellison, the news editor.
Sweet.
In the Defenders show, on to talk about the first season of Daredevil. So keep an eye out for that one.
Perfect.
It was fun.
There we go. That'll also be up to members first, then it'll roll out to YouTube as with anything like that. So, of course, we're doing this additional piece because I think we got a lot we want to talk about here, and we didn't want to save it till next week. At that point, it's going to be like a week and a half old. So, the Nova project has officially been confirmed.
Yep, finally. It's taking years.
It's been 84 years. I feel like that old lady.
It really is. This is one of those. To use an old analogy for this sort of stuff. It's the World War Hulk of stuff that was actually always going to happen.
Oh man, yeah, it's boy.
World War Hulk's coming. It's coming.
I'm standing across the building of Marvel offices in New York. I'm telling them it's coming. That is a throwback to a decade ago, if I've ever heard one.
And then you take full credit when it kind of becomes a subplot in the Thor movie. I was always right. It took me 6 years.
So that is the thing with Nova, though. I went back just through some old articles just to kind of see. And there was a first mention of a Nova project along with Man-Thing and Kazar when Iron Man 1 was announced. So that's how long this goes back. Like Werewolf by Night was still something that they talked about actively back then. So it's been well over like 15 years, you know? It's been a long time coming, but it's finally going to happen.
It's also a weird one as well, because there was the infamous James Gunn quote of, "I don't like Nova because of their helmets. I think they're stupid," or something like that.
Yeah.
And obviously his depiction of the Nova Corps wasn't, because we don't have that anymore because they got decimated off screen. You know, you could see that Nova Corps may becoming something like you could have for a movie or a series. We don't know what it's going to be at this point. It's just Nova Project. But I imagine they're going to do the whole his origins after Xandar has been destroyed. A bit like what is it? Annihilation?
Yep.
The DNA run from the mid-2000s.
Yeah, it kind of has to go that way. Like, hey, we need we got decimated. We can't let this happen again. Here's your plot. Here's your character. Which, again, that is the smart approach here. And I think in recent years specifically, Nova's become more. He hasn't gotten that full awareness of everybody, but even more casual fans now are like, I've heard of this Nova, because it's kind of become like the Moon Knight, right? Like people. Just by nerds screaming about it, the general populace now kind of knows without knowing it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it helps when you got, I can't think of the guy's name from CBR, Brandon.
Yeah.
Something. So let me play Nova. So everyone's like, who the hell's Nova?
Yeah.
And you find out, it's like, oh, it's Marvel Green Lantern, but not Green Lantern.
Yeah. Police Force. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Space Cops.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the thing is, again, they don't know if it's a full-on film or a Disney Plus series. Now, what's interesting, again, is that we've heard that both might be the option here. Like, a possible film that could spin off into a TV series, which makes me think the Marvel's Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel type scenario. It's like
100%.
Yeah. Here's your Sam.
You
TV
Sam, not Sam Ryder. I'm mixing names up, aren't I? You do Richard Ryder and Sam. I can't think of is it Sam Alexander? No.
Yeah. Oh, it's which again, Sam Alexander, I think that's a perfect approach to it. Like that's the one you would kind of need, I think, to ground it and have it more Disney Plus esque. You know, he works for that.
Yeah, but it's one of those. I wouldn't mind if you have it the other way around. So Ryder's the Disney Plus series and Sam's the movie.
Mm.
To get away from the all representation is on Disney Plus angle, because they've kind of fallen into that trap slightly.
Yeah,
not that they're treating them any differently, but it's still,
It's,
I remember when Miss Marvel was announced as a series, a lot of people were kind of pissed that it wasn't a big budget movie.
mm-hmm.
So I think, with the pair of them, you can really go either way because they're both space orientated characters. Sam's whole story is, oh, my dad was a Nova, I'm going to have to go out into space.
Yeah.
And try and find it.
And I could kind of see also why they kind of held back so far on Nova again, because it's the whole dad thing, like you mentioned, space, like, and kind of goes all the way back to when we were hearing about Guardians. They're like, they don't want two of the same type of Earth guy in space character type of deal. So like I kind of get that, but I think we're far enough removed of it, like now at least, that's not a thing anymore. Because it's like, look, we got plenty of people in space now. You're gonna have the Marvels. Here's 3 more humans in space doing whatever space humans do, right? Like, okay, cool, we'll take it.
And here's the Fantastic Four. Have 4 more out in space.
It's gonna be, space is gonna be crowded like New York in the comics pretty soon. It's like everybody's up there at this point. So
you got the Eternals, you got Guardians. Everyone's out in space these days.
Yeah. So I do appreciate that we're kind of gonna go in this direction finally, and I really do hope that, like, since they got the person that wrote Moon Knight on this, he's officially the one writing it. I do hope that they lean into more of a get away from anything that could possibly make this character compare to anything else in the MCU. Like, I think you could do something a little bit more unique. The Guardians of the Galaxy video game recently did it with the Novas. They really went into, oh, check out how this whole society operates, and was like, if that's your first exposure to the Novas, you're probably like, I want more of this. Like,
that's just the Nova core in the comics, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, here's this giant glowy head that essentially everyone worships. Like, this AI just dictates the galaxy at this point. But it's an interesting point about who's is he writing and directing, or is he just writing it?
It seems like it's writing right now, but you never know.
Because to me, his thing seems to be leaning more towards Richard Rider.
Yeah. Yep.
As opposed to Sam. Now, obviously, he can introduce Sam and do it that way. Because the problem with Sam, I know people want Sam to be the one or have both or be the focus or whatever, but you need an established Nova core, or at least the idea of what the Novas can do, to have Sam.
Yeah.
Because Sam's whole point is he hasn't got a legitimate Nova helmet. He's essentially got a ripoff.
Yeah.
It's a black helmet. It's not a gold one. It's different. You need the one to have the other. Obviously, you can change it, but fundamentally, half of his story revolves around the fact that this helmet isn't a legitimate helmet. It is a different one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, you got that thing, like, kind of like you're saying there, the people will obviously point that out. It's like, but wait, again, with the whole, the sidekick type of character, the Disney Plus. So I do hope that they kind of look at that angle as well, because it's going to be brought up and go, maybe we can kind of play around with this and change it to a degree. Because, like you said, the story does have to kind of bounce right back off of where that is at. So it kind of goes around in a circle with Nova in an interesting way. So
I say personally, what I do is you can have the connection there from the start with the Nova helmet, obviously, but you just take Sam in a totally different direction away from Ryder. Don't have Ryder teach Sam anything.
Yeah.
Have them eventually, like what they're doing with how Miss Marvel worked out. Like, different powers, she's learning them by herself. Then she's getting to meet her. You do that with Sam.
Yeah. That honestly probably would be the smart way to handle it, and then you can introduce again, the Miss Marvel comparison I think is valid because it's a smart way to do it, and you kind of interconnect the projects and you do different things with them. And I think there's also an issue here where I don't think you can just outright call it Nova on Disney Plus and a film. Like,
No, I think you have Nova Core and Nova.
yeah. Like,
You separate it.
yeah, you got to have that differential there just because, and it makes me think.
You watch the comics will change Sam's name. And that's what be like, oh no, here we go.
Is it going to be like when Miles Morales became Spider or Spidey or whatever?
I don't think he ever actually had a name.
Yeah, they went back on that after revealing it. It was like, no, it's terrible.
So I know Bleeding Cool had like 1,000 articles about it. But I don't think it ever actually materialized.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So, realistically, we've kind of known about this project for a while. It sounds like they're starting production on whatever the first Nova thing is in 2023.
Real soon.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we're going to start hearing casting unofficially probably this summer. Like, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if D23 has like news of this, the Fantastic Four, all that stuff.
Oh, 100%. Because by D23, we're already going to be, the final projects will start shooting soon from the initial announcement, or they will, be in the release stage, like She-Hulk and stuff. So the next chapter's got to be revealed. And I won't be surprised if we get a couple, Marvel's Nova Corps and then Nova on Disney Plus, and it's kind of like that chart. It's like, it's a little out here. So it's kind of good that I think they're going to get straight to this, and doesn't seem like they're going to waste time, like, at all. It's
and my question is, we are that little bit closer to having the Champions trio.
Yeah.
Do we get Miles and do we get Champions as well as Young Avengers?
Well,
or are they all just going to be under that same one umbrella that I'm going to absolutely piss and moan about for the rest of my life?
Yeah, I think you're getting the combination on that one.
Forever die on the hill that there's a difference between.
You're gonna get the one name, and there's gonna be an offbeat joke about, hey, aren't we this other thing? It's like, no, we're just like, because they got to do the thing. But see, what's gonna happen with Miles Morales though is he's gonna get plucked out of one universe, dropped into a different one, and be like, where am I? And then just do his thing anyway. It's gonna be a long, convoluted post-credit scene.
He's then just gonna show up in his suit out of nowhere and want revenge on. Okay,
totally. That's exactly how they're gonna do it, and he's gonna be like, Sam, I don't know who you are, but you know who what? Sure. This is all going to be the setup here for Nova. This is all playing into it. So,
oh no.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts on this? I mean, I think we're both excited. It's about time. Like, it's been.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's like, it's about time.
Yeah.
I wanted Nova for years. Like, I'm one step closer to an Annihilation movie, and thank God.
Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking when they announced this. I was like, here we go. We're going to have Adam Warlock soon. Like,
I forgot about Warlock.
Yeah.
Oh, Cal Ketsis.
Mitch, it's all coming together. No, it's not. It's not the Cal actor.
I know it's Will Poulter, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. That's the one.
Yeah, I said that, and my brain just went, no, you're an idiot for saying that. And,
you just got called out as a fake fan. What now?
Good, give me the engagement. But yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm just
same.
Also, one step closer to getting Ultron back, because Annihilation Conquest, and please Marvel.
Yeah, I mean,
it will never happen. Please.
Oh, you never know these days. You never know. It'll be interesting. I'm definitely excited. I think we're both excited. As soon as we know more, we're obviously going to come back and talk about it. It'll be something we keep up to date on everything, especially the weekly podcast whenever we, drop those and there's Nova news. So stay tuned, everybody, because by this summer, we're going to start hearing casting and all that, at least unofficially. And then we're going to kind of have an idea of what direction they're going in. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this bonus discussion, and we'll see you soon.